must be a very good bilberry spot you're taking us to, Eric.
It certainly is. It's worth the drive.
I'm glad we're in your car. Hi, I'm Marlo from Wild Food UK. It's the 21st of July today and we've come to the top of a hill in Wales to pick bilberries. I've brought myself a comb. I've been combing the bushes, but Bonnie and Supertan here have just been picking and munching. Stick your tongue out. Whoa, and show your hands. Do this. Look at that. A good tactic is to bring your children out wearing purple when you do this. Vaccinium myrtillis, the bilberry, it's one of the tastiest and healthiest fruits that we have in the UK. You'll find it carpeting woodland, but if you really want to find a good haul of the fruit, come to the top of a hill where the bushes get lots of sunshine. Now we're going to do a little test, see whether the comb works better than the hand. How are you getting on there, Becky? Oh, that looks very good and very neat. No unripe ones in there. And no sticks.
No.
It's more than I've ever managed to pick before in one go. Is your dog eating bilberries there?
She is. In fact, I think she's more adept at picking them than we are.
Well, there'll be something purple in your car on the way home, I'm assuring you.
Probably.
And how many have you got there, Tan? One? Looks like, oh, one less now.
It's nothing like a peaceful day on the hills. So there we go, 3 happy foragers. I've got to still separate out my bilberries from all the leaves. Pete and Becky have got nice neat bowls, but I don't think I'm going to have too much difficulty doing that. I'll show you in just a minute. What are you going to do with yours?
I think it's going to be a bilberry gin for me. Get it ready for the winter.
Sounds good.
And a mucky pie for me.
I think me and Bonnie are just going to eat all of these. There we go.
Very ready by food.
Bonnie, how did you get purple toes?
Very in my boot. Very welly.
Very wellies.
In my boot. Very in my boot.
Right, I'm back in the kitchen now and a lot less windswept. And as you saw when I was collecting my bilberries, I was just using a wide-toothed comb and combing the bushes into my pot here. You can just buy a berry picker, but for the once or twice a year I was going to use that berry picker, I didn't see the point, so I thought I'd try the comb out, and it turned out to be a highly effective method. I managed to pick twice as many bilberries in a shorter space of time than Pete or Becky did, because they were picking by hand. But you saw their pots. Their pots were full of nothing but lovely bilberries, whereas using the comb, my pot has ended up with bilberries and twigs and leaves. Now I'm just going to show you what I've been doing back in the kitchen to separate those out. I've got a tray here which I've dampened just to make it slightly more sticky, and all I've been doing is bit by bit pouring my bilberries out into the tray, spreading them around, and with a bit of a tilt on the tray, gravity is separating the bilberries from the majority of the detritus. Then I've been pouring those into a pot, and then putting them into a colander and rinsing them, and it hasn't taken me long to get a colander here full of almost nothing but bilberries. So this is a very effective method, and I certainly think the comb was much more effective than picking by hand. It's quite back-breaking work picking these tiny little berries, so anything you can do to speed up the process is a good idea, and I think a wide-toothed comb is the way to go. Now, when we were talking about what we were going to do with the bilberries, Pete said he was going to turn them into bilberry gin, which sounds absolutely lovely. I hope he gives me a glass. And Becky said she was going to make a mucky cake, which again sounds really tasty. I'm not quite sure what a mucky cake is, but I hope to find out in the next couple of days. I said that me and Bonnie and Rachel were just going to eat our bilberries raw, and there's a reason for that. There's an extremely healthy chemical in bilberries which is quite unstable. It's a polyphenol called anthocyanin. Now, anthocyanins are a group of antioxidants which have been widely studied. They're what makes the bilberries and your blueberries purple and other fruits purple as well. Also what adds a little bit of deep redness to some of your red wines, but it's quite an unstable chemical. So any processing destroys it, or at least vastly reduces it. But eating them raw, you get all of those anthocyanins, which have been studied a lot, and they're now known to be very good for your cardiovascular system. They're good at potentially preventing cancers and dementias. They're even good for your eyesight, and also they have been linked to extra longevity. So by eating these bilberries raw, we're going to get all of those health benefits. So they're going to be going into my cereals and just being eaten raw over the next couple of days by me and Bonnie and Rachel. So we're going to have blue tongues for a little while, but I've no problem with that.